Add your water, sourdough starter and honey to a bowl, stirring to combine before adding your flour and salt and bringing it all together into a shaggy dough. Leave that to rest before starting your stretch and folds. For this loaf, I've done 4 sets to bring the dough together beautifully. I added the rolled oats during my second set of stretch and folds once the dough had gained a little bit of strength. Once I finished the stretch and folds, I covered the dough and allowed it to double at room temperature. This is its bulk fermentation. Once the dough had doubled, I tipped it out onto the counter and shaped it into a batard. Of course, you could make a boule if you prefer. To elevate this loaf a little, I've rolled the shaped loaf in some rolled oats before placing it in the banneton. You could also just sprinkle the oats at the bottom of the banneton if you prefer. Once the loaf was shaped, I popped it into the fridge for cold fermentation. This loaf was a little over double when I shaped it, so combined with the 100 grams of starter I added and the honey, it did rise in the fridge, which it doesn't normally do. So when I took it out to bake it, it was a bit bigger than I would usually like. But I'm so glad I baked it anyway. I baked this loaf at 230 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes with the lid on and 210 degrees Celsius with the lid off for around 20 minutes. This loaf did come together a little differently to my usual schedule. I did add 100 grams of sourdough starter instead of 50 to speed up the bulk fermentation, and paired with the honey, it meant I could get this bread baked in a really timely manner. It did end up just slightly over fermented, but honestly, I baked it anyway, and the honey and oats made sure it still baked up an absolute treat. So even if your timing isn't perfect, trust the process. Sometimes a loaf that feels a little overdone still turns into something delicious and absolutely worth slicing into.